There's a heavenly light that comes through it. It's just magical.
He's created unique artwork for European politicians, movie sets, and famous filmmakers. And now North Shore artist Jim Erickson has created a special piece in honor of an extremely rare event. But in the end, it may be his work saving our state's most precious stained glass windows that will be his legacy.
It's tedious and meticulous and very difficult. You have to do a lot of manipulation to get the whole thing to work. Joy comes from holding it up and going, oh my God, look at how beautiful that is.
In his North Shore studio, Jim Erickson is dismantling the past and preserving the future.
If I've done my job well, no one will ever know I touched it.
Stained glass was not his first passion. In art school, Erickson wanted to be a painter, but it was a friend's window project.
It just really caught my attention that day.
That showed him the light.
A painting, the light is bouncing off the color, whereas stained glass is coming through, and it really is magical. It requires actual gold in the glass to make the pink color. I bought real cello strings and drilled holes down here. This is a composition I did for Skywalker Ranch.
40 years later, his portfolio is as colorful as it is diverse.
There's just faces, hands, robes that are just miraculous. This whole piece of glass is one piece. Even this little fringe area and those little subtle nuances are what are so remarkable.
Cut into the walls of St. Andrew's Cathedral, 38 works of art, cherished by and now celebrating Queen Emma and King Kamehameha IV.
Even the people that work at St. Andrews, and I've taken the priests through and showed them things that they'd never noticed before.
But the years have been harsh.
It is a constant vigilance.
Damaged by vandals, stress, each crack a new concern. And termites, even that, etched in glass.
It does take a lot of work and a lot of restoration, and we do our best to keep up with it. And we are absolutely blessed to have Jim Erickson here on island.
So I literally touched every single piece of glass on the inside and the outside of every window.
Erickson has spent years documenting every crack, every change, then restoring a glimmering storybook of our past.
There's a heavenly light that comes through it. It's just magical. If you make one little scrape wrong, and this one's got a funny lip thing going on here. So this one, no, that one, bring that one over here. And the nostril got too strong.
Back at his studio, the painstaking process of creating portraits of saints.
I have a handful of old Mother Mary Anns that don't look very good.
Sacred Heart's Father Damien, St. Francis' Mother Mary Ann, for the first time memorialized together in stained glass.
They were such honorable human beings and donated their lives to giving to others, and that was the purpose of my window, was to honor them, to show them in a glorious light.
And he couldn't have found a more fitting place, the new Molokai Heritage Center in Waikiki. St. Damien and soon-to-be St. Mary Ann, overlooking hundreds of original photos of the people they helped, the residents, the Hansen's disease patients of Kalaupapa.
That's what Father and Mother Mary, they brought that dignity and, love, laughter, music to Kalaupapa.
I think, there's just so much to look at, and not that many people recognize how much it takes to do stained glass. The end result's worth it.
Now Erickson says he uses the same process to create and restore stained glass windows. It's been practiced for hundreds of years. As for the Molokai Heritage Center, it needs your help. They say they don't know who's in about 85% of the pictures at the center there. They hope not only visitors come by, but families who can maybe identify their loved ones or friends.
What a beautiful piece. You see those striking images, and you often hear about natural disasters ruining pieces of art, but it's great to see that they are restoring this.
Yeah, neat to see the little nuances in the glass. I didn't realize there was a little termite in the corner in the glass there.
Who knew? Who has looked that closely?
Very closely.